The big question is Smartsheet inventory great for inventory control and management? Or this just like, a waste of your time? Because people talk about Smartsheet is good, blah, 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 blah. But in today's conversation, I really want to clarify things. So I'm gonna do an in-depth review of Smartsheet inventory. So everybody is clear what we're talking about here, okay? So here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. So when you think about Smartsheet, I want you to think about a project management software tool that actually helps you with a lot of things, but that doesn't mean you can't use it to manage your inventory in spreadsheet form. So you can only manage your inventory through Smartsheet in spreadsheet form. Okay, so it's great for inventory tracking, not for inventory management. It's great for inventory tracking. So in the end, Smartsheet is not our favorite tool to help with inventory management, mostly because it is not actually an inventory management platform. But listen, if you need only basic, very basic inventory tracking that can be accessed by multiple users in different locations, Smartsheet can certainly get the job done. That's for sure. Okay, so how can your team use this project planning software for inventory, and how well does it work compared to other inventory platforms? Okay, so in today's conversation, we were digging deeper, so to give you all the granularity that you need so that you have a clear idea about this tool once and for all. By the way, boss, thank you so much for being here. Welcome back to the show. Really appreciate having you here in today's conversation. So the thing is, when you think about Smartsheet, I want you to think about inventory tracking, not inventory management, not inventory optimization, not barcode scanning, not warehouse optimization, not warehouse management. No. Only inventory tracking. So Smartsheet, in our view, loses points because it is not really inventory management software. It is project management software. As such, the software cannot really help you generate invoices or bills of material. The tool cannot help you track exact costs or submit product reorders directly to your vendor. So what Smartsheet can help with, however, is task management and data tracking. Like Excel, Smartsheet gives you a spreadsheet tool which you can use to keep tabs on stock levels and identify when you need to reorder your items. And since the software lets you view your data in Gantt charts, Kanban cards, grids, and calendar views, you can easily track your product's life cycles and assign tasks to your employees along the way. So this is kind of cool. And while Smartsheet is not exactly an inventory management platform, it does have inventory templates that you can use to track your stock. So if your business is small enough that all you need is an inventory tracking solution, Smartsheet could be a good pick for your company. Let me talk to you about the pros and cons of Smartsheet. So the pros: you have organized product data to keep track of your inventory, effective collaboration across your team, and you have fewer tracking errors because this is a spreadsheet form. So this is the probability of having errors is very lower. And by the way, boss, I want to remind you of today's topic. I'm doing an in-depth review of Smartsheet inventory. Is this tool really great for you? This is a review here. And so when we talk about the pros here, so again, the biggest advantage of using a project management software tool like Smartsheet is really organization. Okay, with Smartsheet, you can actually store all your data in a single place, and you get a lot of flexibility to view that data in whatever way makes sense for the situation. So this is kind of cool in terms of optimizing the task, not the inventory, but the task. So Smartsheet is also a cloud-based platform, and even the entry-level individual plan allows up to 10 users to use the system. Another great feature we like, once they're in, users can actually customize their views, meaning each stakeholder in your inventory process can view your inventory data in the way that makes the job easiest. So this is kind of cool because that customization is really great because it introduces effective collaboration across your team because you are able to actually empower every team member to see the data in the form that best suits them. And Smartsheet can also help you keep all of your team members on the same page. And a common way to organize the inventory on the platform is to set up a workflow for item reorders. So once a product is moved into a certain stage in the workflow, the users responsible for that stage can get right to work on it. Again, talk about the project management capability that is embedded in Smartsheet originally. This is kind of, you can see it here. And so the cool thing is that, and since everyone has access to the same data, no one on your team has to wonder what to do next. So everybody has clarity of purpose. Everybody has granularity in terms of the task ahead, and you have a clear view of the work streams. Again, this is the project management feature of Smartsheet, and Smartsheet just, I would say, parlays that skill, that project management feature, into the inventory management realm. So this is really, really great in terms of inventory tracking. What about the cons? What are the cons of Smartsheet? So Smartsheet is not a full inventory management software tool. I already said that. You do have a steep learning curve, and in terms of pricing, the pricing is not transparent. And Smartsheet, if you're listening to us, you really need to do a better job at your pricing, because your pricing, the way it's designed right now, is designed to really confuse the hell out of users. And not really sure if this was done on purpose, but this is really, this is losing you guys revenue here, because if people are confused, they just go to the competitor. Okay. So while using the project management software to track inventory is not necessarily bad, we also cannot deny that it's not as useful as managing inventory as actual inventory management software, because a project management tool cannot help you with print shipping labels or generate SKU or UPC numbers. It cannot really integrate with your accounting or point of sale tools. It's just not as comprehensive as other platforms like Odoro, Zoho Inventory, Inflow Inventory, for example. Okay, and so or Sin7. So now, that's not to say that Smartsheet cannot be as like a useful part of the inventory process. In fact, there's a lot you can do with Smartsheet, maybe too much. Many Smartsheet users report that the tool has so many features and options that it was often overwhelming. And with a steep learning curve, many users were turned off from using the platform before they could really dial in their system. So you got to really think about that. If you were to choose a Smartsheet, you have to really think about, okay, do you need all the features? Because and is your team, and that's the most important thing, because when we talk about inventory management or inventory optimization, most of the time we forget about the team, the personnel who are going to use the tools. And you can have very sophisticated tools. You can have very wonderful tools, brilliant, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But if your team cannot use the tools, if your teams are finding difficult to use the tool, that tool is worth nothing. It's just a waste of time, a waste of money. And we also don't like the fact that Smartsheet does not disclose pricing details upfront for its enterprise and premier plans. Instead, you have to go through a whole quote process to find out exactly how much the software costs. And that probably means these plans are extremely expensive, so it may not be a good software choice for smaller businesses on a budget, right? Speaking of pricing, let's talk about that. So Smartsheet has 4 plans. So at least as of the date of this show, you can see on the screen here. So you have the business plan, the enterprise plan, and the premier plan. So you have individual, business, enterprise, and premier. So while Smartsheet discloses its pricing for the individual and business plans, it hides the prices for the enterprise and premier plans behind a quote wall. So you need to contact a representative to find out how much those plans will cost your business. So as a project management software, Smartsheet includes a few features on all of its plans. So you have Gantt charts, card, grid, and calendar views. This is kind of cool. Collaboration tools like comments, notifications, forms, collaborators, and live chat integrations. You have iOS and Android applications for mobile use. And you have automated workflows for repetitive tasks. So the thing is, if you are trying to manage your inventory, at the end of the day, you got to think about simplicity, right? You want to simplify things, because if things, again, going back to what I said, if things are too complicated, it becomes problematic. Because see, personnel who are involved in your inventory management work stream, they may not be project managers. They may not need Gantt charts, Gantt cards, grades, calendar views. They just want to manage inventory. Okay. And they don't really need collaboration tools like comments and notification, all these things, So if Smartsheet is actually offering those, you got to ask yourself, can I integrate this in my current operational system? Because in the end, Smartsheet does have, like I said, depending on the plans, the pricing plans they have, you got to ask yourself which one really applies to you and how you can benefit from that plan. For example, the individual plan is currently around $14 to $20 a month. You have, in terms of free users, you have 10 free users per item. You have 10 sheets and you have 5 reports. In terms of support, you have support via email only. For a business plan, This will cost you about $25 per month, okay, $25 to $30 per month, and you have unlimited free users. You have 100 sheets per user. You have unlimited reports, and you have support via email only. In terms of enterprise and professional, as I said before, the enterprise and premier, they want you to contact them. So there's no info available. There's no information here. Of course, you have support via email and phone, which means that it is expensive anyway. What are the features that I want to really pay attention to? So when you think about Smartsheet, what are the key features I want you to really focus on? So you have accessibility, customization, data management, and streamlined communication. I think I've already established the fact that with Smartsheet, you can also you can only control or you can only monitor your inventory through spreadsheets, right? And so Smartsheet is extremely accessible. The software is cloud-based, which enables it to it's very easy to log into your system from any device, not a problem at all. There's even a mobile app to help you access your inventory and project data while you're out of the office. And while with a business plan or higher, you can have an unlimited number of users sharing data, saving files, leaving comments, and more. This is kind of fantastic. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about Smartsheet inventory. So this is an in-depth review that aims to give you the capability, the aim to explain to you the capabilities, the modules, the efficiency that Smartsheet introduces in your inventory management or your inventory optimization or inventory tracking capabilities, tracking work stream. So besides accessibility, you also have customization. So with Smartsheet, you can view your spreadsheet data as a Gantt chart or in a card or in a grid form. If timing is an important element of your data, you can view it even in calendar form. And with an enterprise plan or higher, individual users can even customize their experiences so your leadership team can view data as a calendar while your warehouse employees view the same data as Kanban cards. What about data management? So Smartsheet can also make your business operations smoother by reducing errors in your inventory data. So the platform offers lots of tools to help you manage your data, including a live dashboard that allows you to view your data in helpful charts and graphs. Smartsheet also offers lots of integrations and connectors to help you extend your data and get smarter analytics. So this is kind of cool. The level of granularity, the level of simplicity, the level of, I would say, accommodation here is just fantastic. Like you want to actually accommodate the different stakeholders that are involved in the data reporting process. And with so many collaboration tools, there are plenty of checks to ensure incorrect data gets caught as quickly as possible. You have also streamlined communication. So Smartsheet consolidates a lot of your communication tools, reducing the number of apps and emails your employees have to deal with. So this makes work execution a lot more streamlined since you don't have to check 5, 10, or 20 different communication platforms to find a single document or conversation. And with how organized Smartsheet keeps your data, it's very easy to automate repetitive tasks for a faster completion. Again, this is a project management tool first and foremost, so it does have the quintessential tools that come with project management. Let's talk about integrations here. So when you think about Smartsheet, what are the integrations? So in all, Smartsheet, as of the date of this show, offers 69 to 75 integrations, connectors, and add-ons. So basic integrations include the following apps. So for automation, you have Automate IO. For file sharing and collaboration, you have Dropbox. You have Google Workspace, formerly G Suite. You have Box, Lucid Meetings. You have Microsoft OneDrive. You have Microsoft Teams and Slack. For forms, you have GoForms, FormStack. For project management, you have Office Timeline, Masterplan, Microsoft Flow, Zapier. For data reporting, you have Domo, Tableau. You have Data Tracker, you have Easy Insight, you have Live Data, you have Microsoft Excel. For scheduling, you have Fourier Time Slot Booking, you have Acumatica ERP, you have iCal Calendar Sync. For scheduling, you have for user management, you have Centrify, Microsoft Azure, Active Directory, Okta. You have One Login, Ping One. So in addition, Smartsheet offers the following premium integrations, which are available only on Enterprise or Premier plans. You have 100 Feet by Smartsheet. You have multidimensional bubble chart by Systec. You have Systec Project Management Solution, Systec Sales Opportunities Solution. You have Smartsheet Primavera. You have also Six Interface by Systec. You have Microsoft Dynamics 365. You have Data Uploader. You have Jira. You have Salesforce. You have ServiceNow, and you have Data Mesh. So the cool thing is here that with there are a number of Smartsheet apps that you can add onto your plan at an additional cost, including Smartsheet's own calendar, Pivot Control Center, and Dynamic View apps. The bottom line is you got to ask yourself what really matters to you. When it comes to integrations in general, and the best way to actually reduce your costs when it comes to integrations is to first write down your needs. And first of all, write down your needs, and you try to find out what the market is offering. And you also want to look at because there are some providers that give you free apps, free integrations, so the add-on is free. So you write down your needs. You want to systematically look for free add-ons before thinking about paying for them. That way you're saving money right off the bat, okay? So you don't have to, because integrations can be costly though. People think, well, it's only $10 here, $10 there, but those $10 here and there, they do add up real quick. Before you know it, you're paying for a full service app instead of just integrations. Okay, so be very careful here. So what is the verdict here? You've heard me speak for 15 minutes about spreadsheets and Smartsheets. And is Smartsheet any good at all? Well, Smartsheet is a good tool for project management and data organization. So with Smartsheet, you can easily track project status for all of your initiatives and assign tasks to specific users, even in the inventory management workstream. A Smartsheet keeps your whole company on the same page and allows you to visualize your data in different ways in order to maximize efficiency. That being said, Smartsheet has a steep learning curve for many users, so it's not really easy for everyone to learn. And in terms of its use as an inventory management platform, it's limited to simple inventory tracking and task assignments. So you have to use other tools to place orders, generate packing slips, and other inventory specific tasks. Okay, so what are the benefits of Smartsheet really? Smartsheet provides lots of ways to keep your data organized. Again, it's all about data organization, inventory data organization. So your data is really organized and it's easily shareable among your team. And since the platform lets you view your spreadsheets as Gantt charts, calendars, and Kanban cards, it's a great tool to help team members hand off projects to the next phase of your business process. In other words, Smartsheets helps you maximize productivity and ease communication and collaboration among your employees. So is Smartsheet better than Excel? Well, when it comes to project management and business processes, Smartsheet is definitely better than Microsoft Excel. Smartsheet helps you visualize your data in lots of different formats so everyone on your team can choose the view that works best for them. Now, Excel spreadsheets can do a lot, but they can't really do that even if you have an exceptional knowledge of how conditional formatting works. And let's face it, very few of us actually understand how conditional formatting works. So this is really an important element to pay attention. So the takeaway here is that, is it a go or no go? We recommend Smartsheet if your team does have the ability to, if your team has the ability to understand how a spreadsheet works. That's number one. If your inventory management needs are basic, like you just need to have data organized. You don't need to track inventory. If that's what you need, go with Smartsheet. And the thing is that if you also want to pay attention to how data is shared across the board, go with Smartsheet. Otherwise, go for another tool. There are better tools out there that specialize in inventory management that do way better job than Smartsheet. Smartsheet is not an inventory management tool. It is a project management tool that has inventory organization capabilities. Okay, so go if you really need inventory management, then go with Odoro. Go with Inflow, go with the Sin7. There are a lot of players out there. Go with, you have a lot of players out there. Thank you so much for your attention. I really want to thank you. God bless you. Let me quickly recap here. In today's conversation, I spoke to you about Smartsheet inventory. So I give you the overview, the pros and cons, the pricing, the features, the integrations, and the verdict. Thank you. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.